Hey, I would greatly appreciate it if you could support me on ebay.com. Simply go to ebay.com in the search bar, type in Latrice Limited, click on shops, and then support me. I have a wide variety of items on there. My own personal Latrice Limited items such as bath bombs, candles, hand soaps, a whole bunch of stuff. I even got comic books on there, men's ties, girl, everything, or boy. I would greatly appreciate it. Now let's get into this video. So today we're going to be talking about Keke Palmer and everything that happened with her and her boyfriend, now current or ex. Don't know what the whole situation is going to be. Okay, right now I'm gonna play the video and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so yes. Okay, so Keke Palmer actually had a baby not too long ago. Then she lost all the baby fat and all that. She lost all the weight, and now she's back to being slim. Okay, I actually seen a different video that was actually talking about how when women do have babies, yes, their bodies changes, obviously, but even after they give birth, their hips are a little wider. They got more curves here and there. So your body doesn't always revert exactly back to how it was. Even if you get down to your weight, it's still going to look a little different. Okay. So she was loving her curves. She was doing her thing, right? Now, I'm not mad at you. I have no issue with that. I mean, I feel like this. If you want to go and do your thing, girl, go and do your thing. However, this is something that now it's a little controversial and people are getting in their feelings a bit about what's going on. So as you guys seen in the video, you had Keke Palmer. She was wearing this bodysuit, black bodysuit. And then it was like this sheer dress mesh material where it's completely see-through, and it was long sleeve, whatever, came all the way down. But she was wearing a thong bodysuit. Okay. I was like, at first when I saw it, I was like, oh, what's the problem? Then I was like, oh. Because I thought like, okay, maybe this was taken like years ago. And then it was like, no, this happened a couple days ago. I was like, oh, okay. So the problem with this is obviously she just became a mother. She got, she slimmed down or whatever, but she's in a relationship with this other dude, right? And the dude, he gonna go and put up on, I think it was Twitter, he gonna say, oh, but you a mom though. Like, what are you even doing? Why are you even wearing all this? This is like a sleazy outfit or whatnot. Which, in my opinion, I felt like really no one should be walking out the house looking like that. You know what I mean? But then again, it's kind of hard because, if you look at like dancers, for example, they wear leotards. But you on your everyday party kind of thing, I just don't think that's an appropriate wear unless you're a dancer, really, or unless you're in your crib. Okay, so apparently she was at her hotel with her homegirls, whatnot, and you seen Usher come up and whatever. So I see why her boyfriend, current, don't know what's going on with that now, but I see why he's upset, because it's like, okay, I'm telling you, yo, this is not appropriate for you to be having this going on. Okay, you're over here wearing this and it's not appropriate. But I'm also not on his side, because this is some stuff that you should have said inside the house. Now, they said that she was in a hotel with her homegirl and he was at the crib. Okay, so you could say with all this, like, okay, well, he just didn't see it. But this also kind of goes to a lack of respect for another person. So I was saying earlier, I was talking about like Tia and Tamara, for example. And let's look at Tamara, since she's married still. Okay, so you have Tamara and whatnot. Let's say She was in the same opportunity, she was in the same space where she could go and see Usher, and Usher could go and dance and say, there goes my baby, and all this other stuff, right? And then you could Keke, whatever, let's dance. Oh, yeah, girl, whatever. Now, let's say the husband was like, yeah, I know you're going to go and see Usher, whatever. Now, question, do you think she would do it? Yes or no? And the answer, my opinion, would be no. And it's not because like, oh, but Tamara's married and Keke ain't married. It has nothing to do with that. People could be in a relationship for 20 years. Does that still mean that, oh, well, because you didn't put a ring on it, I should be disrespecting you? It's all a matter of respect at the end of the day. There's certain people who would be like, oh, well, that's fine. I could go and shake my booty. I can have my thong and all this. And you see, Usher, he was like, okay. And she had her hoo-ha all grinding and doing all that. And I'm like, oh man. So I see why he's mad, her boyfriend. But at the end of the day, this is something that you should have cleaned up house a while ago before you got her pregnant. Okay. If you knew, okay, maybe she would wear some risque stuff. Maybe she's been expressing that a little bit. You should have been like, yo, we ain't doing this. You're going to have to not have any kind of skimp wear, hoe wear in your bag, okay? And it's not anything of like control. It's just a matter of respect at that point. Because it's one thing if you show like cleavage or you're wearing a sexy outfit, but don't get me wrong, this was sexy, but it was inappropriate in my opinion. Not because like, oh, well, you're a mother, who cares, in my opinion. But it's like, okay, whatever with that. But it's more of just, okay, we're in a relationship. Like, what are you doing? You're bumping and grinding on some guy, you got a thong on, and you got your hoo-ha all up by his marching man. I'm like, so I could see why you're mad, but this is something that you should have not put on social media. Like, why would you put this on social media? It's to try to embarrass her and shame her, which I don't think she should be getting, shamed for it. But you should be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing all that. You know what I mean? But it's just a time and a place for it. Why would you? This is household stuff that you really should have done while you were at the crib. You should have messaged her. Do you not have her phone number? Is there a reason why? And also I'm thinking he was a little jealous because I seen a video. She was in like some leopard print. She was in some kind of leopard print bodysuit, and she was standing up and she was making it pop and she was jiggling it, right? Her booty. And he was like, oh yeah, this is what the baby does and da 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 da, right? Like promoting like, oh yeah, my girl's booty. Look at this, y'all, and putting it up on his Snapchat. So I guess my question, or his social media. So I guess my question is this: how come it's okay for you to go and record a video of her booty? Because if it's all about clothing and, you're over sexualizing her, if it's all about that, why are you bothered? Why were you not bothered by the video you posted, but you're bothered by this? It kind of comes off as jealousy because this was Usher. Come on. You know what I mean? This is Usher, for crying out loud. So I think it probably was jealousy on his part. Like, man, Usher's grinding up against my woman. Da da da. Now, I do still say she was wrong for wearing that outfit. And it's all a matter of respect at the end of the day. It's not really just like, oh, well, she shouldn't wear it because she's a mom. It's just respect of the relationship. And also, if you were in a relationship, me personally, I'm not going to be grinding on you. Okay. I'm not going to be grinding. Like, for me, I'm not going to be grinding and bumping and grinding on no man. I'm just not going to be doing that. But that's just me, I thought that it was a bit disrespectful and for him to be putting out his business and being like, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing that. And then he made a comment where he was like, well, I'm the male of the family and, we live in a generation where your wife and mother of your, but I'm thinking you're not married to her. Not saying that doesn't mean that he should get respect, but I'm just saying like you're not married to her, so why are you even bringing up wife if that's not your wife anyways? And I don't even think you guys are engaged anyways, but I don't know. I just thought that like this kind of stuff, you should have just kept it on the low and you should have just kept it over there as opposed to bringing it all the way over here. Overall, I don't know, yo. Hopefully they could rectify some things. But she wouldn't slap back on him, or I guess you could say clap back on him, because she was like, "Oh, you can't tell me what to do." Da, 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 da. And it's like, man, it's a whole hot mess. You could have just let it be, and then once she got home, you'd be like, "Yo, what's going on?" Because you should have texted her, you should have called her and be like, "Yo, what are you even doing? What are you even wearing? You're a public figure. You know how people are going to be, because of social media and just how public figures are shown in that." But those are my opinions.